Hey everyone, thanks for looking in. Here's a simple little do-it-yourself gadget, if it could even be called a gadget, that can improve your macro photography while making it easier and more fun. This easy-to-make diffuser works with your camera's pop-up flash or a small hot shoe mounted flash to provide effective illumination for macro photography. It eliminates the need for a special ring flash and takes up virtually zero space in your camera bag. The extremely short flash duration freezes subject movement and drastically reduces camera shake, making a tripod unnecessary except for the most exacting work. The diffuser is simplicity itself. It's fabricated from a thin, flat sheet of plastic cut from one of those intensely annoying blister packs that so many products come packaged in these days. It's attached to the camera lens using a filter ring or a step-up ring that simply screws into the lens filter thread. Multiple diffusers may be used to achieve even softer lighting if desired. The ones I made are about 170 millimeters long by 110 millimeters wide, or about 4.5 by 7 inches. Here are some examples of what the diffuser does. These sample images were photographed at a 1:1 magnification ratio. With no diffuser, the direct light from the flash unit is very harsh. You may see in the image on the left how dark and distinct the shadows of the push pins are. In addition, the front edge of the lens barrel casts a very undesirable shadow into the bottom of the frame. The second image shows the effect of attaching a single diffuser onto the end of the lens. The light source now effectively originates from the end of the lens barrel, thus there is no shadow from the lens itself to intrude upon the frame. Notice how the shadows of the push pins have been significantly softened. Indeed, the furthest part of the shadows are almost gone. The last image documents the result of using 3 diffusers in a fan-shaped configuration. The shadows are softened further, demonstrating the versatility of this setup in being able to dial in the quality of the illumination. The camera may be on a tripod or handheld. The lighting provided by the diffuser is soft but still somewhat directional, providing some depth to the image and avoiding a flat appearance of the subject. By combining a relatively fast shutter speed with an appropriate aperture, the brightness of the background may be controlled even to the point of rendering it as black. Fabricating one or more diffusers requires only the simplest of tools. Typically, the raw material may be supplied by the appropriately sized packaging from a blister pack, such as the one shown here. Spraying both sides of the material with a clear matte or flat spray turns the clear plastic into an effective diffuser. Alternately, abrading the plastic sheet with fine sandpaper produces the same effect. Conveniently, the diffuser surface will now accept pencil markings, which are helpful in laying out the size and shape of the finished piece. The diffuser may be cut to size with either a utility knife or scissors. Once the material has been trimmed to overall size, carefully trace around the filter ring to establish the size of the circular cutout through which the ring will fit. Make sure that you trace around the ring's threaded portion and not the smooth outer diameter of the ring. Use a knife to cut an initial hole so that a scissors may have a starting place to cut out the larger circle. The finished hole needs to be just large enough to allow the threaded portion of the filter ring to pass through, but not so large that the entire ring will fall through. When the hole is properly sized, the filter ring will clamp the diffuser to the end of the lens barrel, and you're ready to take photos. That's about it, really. The overall exposure will be governed by flash output, distance to the subject, and lens aperture setting, but not by shutter speed. Choose an appropriate shutter speed, remembering that there is a limit to how fast a shutter speed may be used and still be synchronized with the burst from the flash. The closer you can get to the subject, the more effective the flash and the diffuser will be. It will take a little experimenting to get the exposure parameters correctly set, but once you're familiar with the drill, it will be easy to zero in on the right settings. Thanks for watching, and happy shooting!